We are live.
Awesome. Dude, thank you so much for being here, Jeff. Guys, if you don't know Jeff J. Hunter, he runs an incredible business that helps you automate your business and also take tasks that you don't want to do off your hands with VAs that are super cheap but do amazing, amazing work. In addition to that, why I brought Jeff in is because he writes the most amazing Facebook posts, and his copy is absolutely incredible. So I wanted to learn from him. I selfishly did this, and I want you guys to take what he's teaching right now and implement it into your Facebook posts. So with that, Jeff, I will let you take it away, my man.
Awesome. You know, I think what's funny, guys, is that I'm an accidental copywriter. I'm an accidental marketer. And it's kind of like, you know, if you guys have ever gone through the whole Russell Brunson thing, like Expert Secrets or whatnot, or even before that, when he talks about the hero's journey, right? The reluctant hero, I guess you could say, would be kind of my story. I started a business. So a little background about me. I'm an IT project manager. I've been an IT project manager for, most of my life, at least my adult life. I was the IT director of a school district at I was like 25, 26 years old. I got recruited by Philips Electronics to be an IT project manager for them at the age of 30. I worked for them for 4 or 5 years, and I got really good at building virtual teams. I'm really good at building virtual teams. And I would have web projects done. I'd have, my corporate job, I was building hospital IT info systems. And then on the side, I would be building like websites and stuff like that for fun, because I've always been a huge IT geek, huge nerd. And I found out something really interesting, which is I was able to build my business. I have 50 plus people on my team right now, everything from graphic design, web design, copywriters, funnel builders, email marketers, whatever you can think of. And I've never spent a single dollar on Facebook ads. Every part of my business that I've got grown to right now is pure and simple because I position myself really well through content marketing. So and I didn't know that. That's what's crazy. I didn't even know that was what it was, because I never, I always hear people about hustling and struggling, and I've always had a constant flow of 10, 15 people a week reach out to me like, hey, can you help me with something? So I see a lot of you guys in here. I know some of you are muted, but believe it or not, I'm actually going to make this very interactive. I hope you guys are okay with interactive today. You guys good with that? Let me hear some yes, some chat, some thumbs up. Let me see some interactives. Yeah, good. There's a lot of muted people. That's okay. I used to be an introvert. I'm a trained extrovert now. I've trained myself. It's truly possible, guys. Matter of fact, I spoke on stage, I think Andrew, was there. That was back in, February, I think. And that was a 300 person plus room, and I wanted to die afterwards. I wanted to curl up in a ball and cry, at least, bare minimum. So cool. Well, hey guys, so what I want to know right now is what type of businesses you guys are in. I promised Andrew that I'd make this super friggin' fine-tuned to who you guys are, so I give the most value. So if I can hear somebody, or if you guys want to chat, I'll check the chat as well. I want to know what types of businesses you guys have. Are you all agency owners or what?
Yeah, I'll go. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a marketing agency owner. This is Chris. And outsourcing it in the way that you've kind of referred to is something that I'm trying to aspire to in terms of outsourcing every position necessary. I have a couple people on my team for chatbots, for email marketing, for SEO, but I'm still trying to find more people within that space. And then also I just need more people to help me with more stuff. And so part of it is I struggle with finding the right people on Upwork or making connections with people locally, and trying to outsource it in an organized and efficient manner, and how to manage communication with them while I'm trying to deal with clients and the work that I'm trying to handle at the same time. So outsourcing is definitely something that I'm going to be focusing on this year.
Great. And you guys are most of you guys agency owners in here?
I'm not. I'm a self-love coach. I teach people how to love themselves. And through self-love, your whole entire life changes. So basically, I help people let go of past trauma and any pain or any subconscious blocks that are getting in the way. I'm trained in EFT and various other subconscious reprogramming methods. So,
okay. Well, it sounds like the recurring theme is you're all business owners. You're either coaches, agencies, or you. Are any of you employees? Do anybody in here work for somebody else? No?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Talk to me about it. What are you doing, Brad?
I work with a guy named Sam Ovens in his sales department. Okay. And I also have my own sales coaching for entrepreneurs on the side.
Okay, so coaching, consulting. All right. I like this. So I see a kind of recurring theme here, sales. So what I want to help you guys do today is I want to show you very specifically how you can reach the target. And when I say reach the target, I mean get into the minds of people. You know, copywriting is all about psychology. It's all about demand, right? It's all about demand. Like, how can you make people see and identify that they have a problem? That's really important. So the step one is that. So guys, I hope you guys are ready. I'm going to switch over to my other screen now. Hopefully you guys can see this, and we're just going to go through it. So the goal today is for me to show you guys how to turn your audience into your brand ambassadors. So let me, just a show of hands. Are any of you guys friends with me on Facebook? Anybody? Or anybody follow me on Facebook? I know some of you guys do. But I want to show you guys how you can use polarizing marketing to actually boost what you do. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and zoom in on me. Can you guys, am I bigger now? You guys see me?
Yeah.
You're huge.
Huge. This is a post I made 26 minutes ago. Okay. It says, "My life is complete. I finally have a hater." And I put a screenshot of somebody who's well known in my circle, actually, who says to me that I'm probably perhaps one of the worst, most disrespectful marketers that she has ever met in her life. And she doesn't want to see my bullshit sponsored post. And I hope that no one accidentally falls into your scam.
Really?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have haters like this, you are not going hard enough. Okay? That's all I have to say. That post that was 26 minutes ago has 28 likes, dozens of comments. Okay. That's my latest post on Facebook. If you guys go to facebook.com/jhunter101, that's my personal account, you'll see the post. But see, there's a reason why I post that, and it's about segregation and polarization. If you guys know who Dan Henry is, if you guys know who Donald J. Trump is, you know how they use polarization to use and manipulate the media. Well, guess what, guys? If you are a marketer, your job is to manipulate people into believing that you are the answer to their problems. Some of you might agree, some of you might not, but hopefully by the end of this, you'll at least understand and you'll be able to apply it to your business. All right, so step one today, we're going to talk about something that's really fun. That's the people that you want to help. So think about this. You guys have probably heard of personas. If not, I totally recommend you guys go through HubSpot's free inbound marketing certification. It's free. You should, because the number one thing you always need to start with is who you're trying to attract. Who are the types of people you're trying to attract? And now I have a section here at the end where I'm actually going to go through and ask you specifically who it is you're trying to attract, and I will actually help you devise a story so that you can use it to attract more people into your business. So think about that. So as I'm going through this stuff, maybe if you want to write down what you're doing, I also have a worksheet that I just requested to go into your guys' group. So Andrew, whoever's an admin, if you guys could accept me in there afterwards. I have a call after this, but later today, I promise I'll drop in there a PDF file that you guys can print out actually do this. I recommend, now it is fillable. You can type on it, but I recommend writing it out because I feel like you remember things more if you like actually write. I know maybe I'm old school, but you want to know who that person is. Give them a name, right? Like John Persona. John Persona, what does this person do? What is their role, right? So let's talk about Brad for a second. Brad, he is a sales mentor. He coaches people. He also is on Sam Ovens' sales team. So he's a deal maker, right? Like that's what you do, Brad. So who do they report to? They report to their clients in their coaching calls. They're actually reporting directly to their clients. Their clients expect to get results. It's measurable because you actually help them make more sales. If they're not seeing more sales, then there's no reason why they should keep you on the payroll. Am I right, Brad?
Spot on.
Spot on, right? So there's absolutely no reason why to hire you a sales coach if they're not able to get you new sales, right? Unless they're really good, at making you feel better about yourself. But at that point, we might go back to our self-love coach, right? So maybe that's what her business is. It's making people feel better about themselves, making them love themselves. Maybe that's a really big gap that somebody faces, and we want to help them out. That's your role. So do they own a business? Are they executive? So talk to me, Brad. I want to know, what type of person are you looking for your coaching practice? What type of people are you trying to help get sales?
It's such a good question, and I'm in the paradox of choice right now. There are so many different phases, levels of business, sales teams. Maybe I have not yet chosen that one person.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep thinking to myself, well, who is it the person that I can get the most results for the quickest?
Yeah.
And I think at this stage of my development, I think it is the person who has been in business for like 6 months to a year, like new endeavor for entrepreneurship,
Sure.
where they have everything going on and they're
Sure.
trying to learn all the skills at once.
Okay.
And I think I can help.
Now, are you open to critical feedback?
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Those people don't have money.
Yeah, those
people don't have money.
Yep.
You're looking for somebody to help get sales who doesn't have sales. What you want to do is you want to target people that already have sales. They're already starting to do things. And just like I'm trying to remember who that was that spoke earlier. Said he had an agency, just needs more help. I'm sorry. Who was it? Chris McCarthy. So Chris earlier, he said that he had an agency. He's trying to outsource more in his business, and he's already successful. He can't keep up with the level of success. He needs more people. That's who I want to work with. I know Chris is going to be an ideal client for me because I know he's successful. He already has a great product. He just has a hard time filling the gaps, and I can help him with the gaps. See?
Well, Brad, I've actually spoken to Rhett, and it's something that I'm definitely considering.
Right? So that's something that you need to think about because, guys, you're not going to be able to appeal to someone if they don't feel the sense of urgency, if they don't feel like you can truly help them. And it's so important for you to get your vision defined first, because if you don't believe in your own vision, if I hear you, and of course this is a closed group, we're all being completely honest and open with each other. That's how we grow, right? We're being vulnerable with each other. But as a business owner, if you're telling me that you don't really know who you serve, it's really hard to convince someone, especially in sales, because that's your job, right? Your job is to show them how to get sales. And we all know, well, not all of us, because you're a sales coach. And fortunately for me, I believe it or not, I've had to invest in sales coaches myself. Wes Schaefer, the Sales Whisperer, you might know him, theSalesPodcast.com. He's one of my clients. Every time I get on a call with him to help him in his business, he gives me advice. I feel like I got to send him a check afterwards, right? I know how valuable it is to have somebody who knows what the hell they're trying to do in the sales front, especially fresh perspective like you, right, Brad? I mean, you work with Sam Ovens, like that guy's crushing it online right now. I've seen his ads, I see him all over the place. So, that should be a no-brainer to sign up with you if you're one of his sales team. So we're going to help you guys get to that point today. This is going to be a no fluff. There's no sales pitch or anything on here. I came on here because, I told Andrew I would. So the second element is, what are you going to sell them, right? So Do they need, what time do they go on social media, right? Because you want to make sure that your message is aligned with when people are going to be on, right? Like if you're trying to target American market, you're not going to post during Asian time. You're not going to post at 1 o'clock in the morning when somebody is on fresh in the morning, 7 o'clock, trying to dial for dollars at 9, right? So what type of media do they consume? Are they on LinkedIn? Dude, for sales coach, bro, you should be all over LinkedIn, man. You should be all over LinkedIn. Love coach, you should be all over Facebook. You should be all over Instagram. You should be all over freaking Pinterest, man. Pinterest, yes, you heard me. So what type of media do they consume, right? Is it video format? Is it graphic format? Like, is it long story posts? I find that my ideal client, if I use a mixture of all, I try to use posts, I try to use video, and I try to use flat out quote images. Quote images seem to work really well. I did a quote image, guys, and I said that it's just so on my team, they go through these podcasts and videos and stuff like this, and they pull out quotes, and then they put them on a spreadsheet and say, hey, here's some quotes that we pulled out from you that we thought were really cool. Can we make these into images and stuff? And I review them, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good quote. One of them said, you have to make a tough decision in life. Before you do anything in life, you either have to say, is this something that's worth my time or not? Because if it's not worth my time, I have two choices. I can either delegate that, or I can delete it if it's not worth my time, right? Something like that. And so many people commented on that. They're like, oh my God, yes, so true. And it's something that's in the subconscious. We always think about things like this, but I think if you have the ability to take the subconscious that we're all thinking about and bringing it to life, it just goes further. Just like the post I made last night at like 11 o'clock at night, I put hieroglyphics from Egyptian days, hieroglyphics, and then I put a picture of a wall of all the emojis, and I said, oh my God, 4,000 years later, we've reverted back to our old ways of communicating, right, through emojis. And it was funny because people think about that, and then they see it, they're like, aha, right? So you have to think about the content, and you also have to think about what type of results do they want. The results that people want is all where the money's at. If you can show people that you can actually help them get what they want, they're willing to invest in it. If I know that Brad is going to be able to get me 2 times as many sales this year, then I'm going to say, well, would I spend $5,000 to make $50,000? Hell yeah, I would. Would I spend $100,000 to make $200,000? Hell yeah, I would, right? So that's what you have to think about. What are the results that they want? Because that's going to drive the price point, right? It's all about the ROI. See, what do they actually want? Do they want to grow their revenue? Do they want to have a reliable team? Some of you guys already said that you did, both of you guys. For you, Jennifer, I'm curious. You're the love coach. Do the people that you work with have systems in place to help them grow?
No, not usually. No.
They probably don't, right? So
they don't, no.
And ironically, guys, these are the 3 things that most everybody wants. They want to have more revenue, right? You probably don't feel like you have enough clients. That's why you're here. The people that you're working with probably don't feel like they have enough love, right? They don't feel like they have enough success, and maybe their own life, their own self-limiting beliefs are holding them back from what they're truly capable of doing in life. Yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
They probably don't have the comfort. They probably don't have the team like Brad, and you're part of Sam Evans' team. You got your own team probably. Like, you have reliable people to do stuff for you. Like, do you guys ever get to take a day off? Could you turn your phone and computer off for 7 days and your business run without you? I've never heard a person say yes. I've never heard a person say yes. These are all things that we can think about that people really need, that we already know that we can help them fix, right? And then this is probably one of the most important things ever. How does it make them feel? What's the pain? What's the pain that people feel, guys? Let's talk about this for a second. All right, I'm going to give you an epiphany story. Now, you guys know what an epiphany story is? Epiphany story is when you are in a crutch, like you're literally limping along in life, and then something happens and you're like, oh my God, and it changes your perspective, it changes your belief, it changes your actions, right? These are things that can take you and catapult you to the next level. But you have to have an epiphany moment. A lot of times we don't realize that we have a problem until we have a breakdown, man, until something really happens tragic in our life, and you're just like, shoot. And I'll give you a real story. This is my own epiphany story, guys. This is for real. This is like what I'm going to tell you right now. This is why it's really important for you to practice your epiphany story. It's because I'm going to tell you a powerful story. This is my story, okay? I was a 10-year project management veteran. I was working my ass off, okay? And then guess what? I started to work on my own side business called VA Staffer. It's a virtual assistant company. I started realizing that I had a really good talent for growing a team. I had a really good talent for finding good people that could work for me and my clients to do great things. It got to a point to where my income was able to replace my day job. I was completely mind blown, and I went all in, guys. I quit my job. I quit my corporate day job, and I started my agency. And then I found out something. It actually cost more money to run your own business than getting a paycheck from somebody else. It was a lot easier getting a paycheck from somebody else because I didn't have to pay for all the expenses and the people and stuff like that. I just had a guaranteed paycheck, and that felt nice. And when I went and did my own agency, there were months where I couldn't even make payroll. I had to actually use my credit card and swipe that thing just to pay people so they show up to work each day. Okay, and that's a real pain that most agency owners have. Probably you guys, if you have people on your team, you've probably been there where you're like, shit, you didn't make your sales numbers and you have to pay your team. That's on you. It's no one else's fault. You can say all you want, your sales team didn't perform, whatever, but at the end of the day, you have to pay the bills. You're swiping that credit card, right? And that's what happened to me. I literally had a time where I was swiping $10,000, $15,000 on my credit card to pay my team. And it was frustrating for me because I wasn't able to charge what I knew I was, because I was I'm the king of outsourcing. You know, there's negative things that come along with having a nickname, the king of outsourcing. I attract a lot of cheap people, okay? People that had a hard time paying me $300 to onboard with me and my team, okay? Now I'm charging $3,000. Why? The difference is because I become an expert in my industry, because I have a really strong brand, because I've built authority, because I have a big following and audience, and whenever I put something out, people actually give a damn. Why? All through this, all through the pain of what I've been able to accomplish and understanding the pain that other people have. I'm able to fill the gaps in a business, for example, like Chris, who already told his pain in the beginning of this call. He said that he's scaling his business, but he can't find reliable people. He's having a hard time on Upwork, right? So I can easily turn that around on you, Chris. I can say, Chris, man, you know what, Chris? You know what really sucks, bro? Like, I tried hiring all these people on Upwork and Fiverr, and I went to onlinejobs.ph, and I've tried everything, freelance. I even tried Elance back before it got bought by Upwork and all these things. And the problem with all these different hiring things is that they only have three main criteria for you to look at: a profile picture, a list of things that people say that they can do, and a rating.
Right.
And it's garbage. That is not how you hire someone. You don't hire someone because of those three things. Like, there's so much more that you need to know. And what if I showed you, Chris, that there's a way that you can actually hire somebody with very minimal investment? Matter of fact, they might even work for you for free to test it out, so that you don't have to waste your time and money before you hire someone to your team. How does that sound, Chris?
That would sound great. I mean, to me, right? It seems like there's no way other than at least paying them to get to know their work up front.
And everyone knows how much a pain in the ass is to hire somebody. If you've ever hired somebody, you know. You know, and even for myself, guys, I have just looked into my Slack channel, and I have about 57 people on my team, like my core team that is in Slack. I have contractors I use too, but I have 57 like core full-time people that work for me. And out of those 57 people, I got a notification on Slack. You know, they send you a weekly update, and it said that there are 87 deactivated accounts. I started using Slack a year ago. That means out of the 57 people I've got 87 people that didn't work. So it's just like this mind-blowing moment. You have to know the pain points of your people, right? So Brad, What are the pain points? What are the pain points of these people that know that they're lacking on sales? What is the pain? What's the struggles that they go through because they can't get the sales?
So there's actually a couple, if we're shifting up to another phase of pain of sales struggles. It's one, building the systems out in the sales process to actually keep good closers. There's a lot of turnover with closers, and because there's not systems built out on the front end for them, and there's not training supported on the back end to keep them in set, in mind frame, in performance, then there's just a lot of turnover. And so many people are coming to me asking if I can close for them or if I know anybody else. And
or even retention, right? Like once you get somebody, like you have people that fall off after a few months, right? Like I bet you that's a whole service right there. Like, hey, are you tired of getting coaching clients and then falling off after a month or two, right? Like there's so many things I can think of in sales. And then let's think about the actual pain. Like the external, internal, like how does it make you feel? That's an internal thing. External is how does that affect my actual life? I want you guys to write that down. External, internal. There are two types of pain. There's external pain, internal pain. Internal pain, internal pain is like, dude, I felt miserable. I felt miserable because I was useless. I had to move in. This is real. This is about me. When I started my agency back in 2016, I had to take my family as a 30-something-year-old man back and move in with my grandparents with a 3-year-old son. A project manager. I used to work for a Fortune 100 company. I made over $150,000 a year in my career. I had a free car. They gave me a new car every year and a half. They gave me a brand new phone every year. They gave me a 401k that was 150% matching, which meant every dollar I put in, they put $1.50 in. So, like in 4 years, I had a 401k bigger than most people ever do in their whole lives because I put like 10% away. And I left all of that and moved into my grandpa's house with my wife and my 3-year-old kid at 30-something-year-old. You want to talk about depressing? I remember literally going to my office in the Philippines. I had just invested in my office, another reason why I had no money. And by the way, I'm closing my office in March because I found out a way to make everyone work remote from home, cheaper and more productive. We'll get to that. But anyway, guess what? I had to move in with my grandparents. I felt horrible. I literally remember going to the office in the Philippines and looking over the cliff and just being like, fuck, like, why? Like, I'm feeling emotional right now because I did. It was like August of 2016. And I was just looking over the edge of like, why did I do this miserable mistake in my life? Like, why did I start this company? And that was only 2.5 years ago, guys. That was February. So I guess it'll be 3 years in February. But I remember, like, I was getting super emotional right there because I remember how horrible that felt. Like, that's an internal pain that I had. An external pain was I couldn't pay my payroll. I was so tired of having to borrow money from my savings account to pay payroll because I didn't have sales, because I didn't have what it took to keep my business afloat, which meant not only could I not hire better team members and better talent, which is where I wanted to go, but I couldn't even pay the people that I already had. Do you guys feel that? Do you guys feel the pain?
Oh, yeah. What I kind of revert to is like doing a lot of the more work myself. Did you ever just get to that point where you're like, I'm just going to try to handle more work myself?
So a lot of my content is around that, where it's like, well, like even last night I made a post and look, hey, when you own a business, sometimes like you can't get out of it. Like when you hire people, usually you don't hire entrepreneurs. You're hiring people that just, they show up, they do their job and they leave. There's nothing wrong with that. The world needs that. The world needs baristas, guys. I mean, who else is going to give us our coffee, right? So not everyone's an entrepreneur. So I made a post last night talking about how one of my project managers didn't want to show up to work. Thankfully, she had the nerve to tell me she didn't even want to show up to work today because I was in the Slack channel being a negative ranter. That's what she called me. She said that she wanted to show up to work, but then she saw that I was raging and ranting inside the Slack channel, being negative, and that she didn't want to show up. She showed up, but she told me she didn't want to show up. So I made a post about that because she's right. She called me out. She said I was being negative. I need to be positive and encouraging, which is true. And you know, that's something that I feel all business owners go through. Some days it sucks. Some days you wake up and you feel like you're babysitting people. And like, I have a newborn baby. It's 3 weeks old. Like, literally, that's part of the noise that you're hearing back there. I have a 3-week-old baby. I clean up enough shit. I don't need to clean up adult shit, right? So do you see how I just did that though? Like, that was a very strategic message. And I use that story of my baby cleaning up after that shit to bring into the adult shit. I don't want to do that, right? And by the way, I usually never cuss. I use poop emojis, but since I'm on video, I guess I have to. So do you guys, we're going to move on from the pain, but right now you should be thinking about, what is it that the people that you're targeting are really struggling with? Internal and external. What are the things that they can't do in life because they don't have X? And how does it make them feel because they can't do that? That's the internal, okay? So why? Why are you the answer to their problems? Why should they trust you, right? Hey, I want to talk to you, Chris. They call me the king of outsourcing. I've been featured on podcasts all around the world. I've been on TV 4 times in the past 3 months.
Yeah, definitely, man.
I get interviewed for all these different things. My content, every time you see my content online, it talks about my outsourcing, what I'm doing, my team.
Yeah, we got to talk, man.
Well, what I'm saying is, why would someone think that you're the answer to their problem if you're not doing that, right? Like, if you're not posting success stories, then you have a problem with success. And if you don't have success stories, boy, you better rethink what you're doing, and you better start getting some. I don't care if that means work for free to get somebody successful, because Lord knows in this marketing age, there's a lot of people out there that aren't getting results they're saying they are. So you better make sure you're getting results, you know?
Right. I've just never revealed my work. Like,
you should.
I've never shared it. So this
not
is
only should you, but it's
changing now.
Your success story should be embedded in the beginning of your onboarding client. You should tell people. I just did a webinar last night. I told people about this branding guide. I call it the Ultimate Influence Branding Guide, where we just give you a complete makeover, digital makeover online. We do your social media, we do your graphics, we do your logo, we get your everything for your Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. We get everything ready to rock and roll for you from like inception to end, quote pick templates. Like, we give you all these templates. And here's the thing. You have to think about this. The webinar that I did last night, when I was done with it, when I was bringing people in, I did the Tale of Two People. And if you guys don't know the Tale of Two People, it's like Hell Island and Paradise Island. I think Arnie Giske, he uses that. I like that. But you want to segregate people. You want to push people away and say, look, I don't want to work with you if you're not ready to commit to your success in 2019. If you're not ready to success for 2025, right? Like, I want to be your partner who rides along with you and helps you grow, because I have no room for unsuccessful clients. I only want people that are ready to take action, who are ready to make changes, who want to kick ass and blow the doors down on the industry, who want to be an expert in their field. I only work with influencers. I don't want to work with people that are just excited about getting off work and sitting on the couch and eating munchies. You know, like, I don't want that person. I want to work with this person who's ready to kick ass, take action Tina. You know, like, I'm ready to take action Tim. Like, that's the person I want to work with. I want to work with someone who's like, can't even sleep because their mind's running all day thinking about awesome ideas they're going to do in their business. That's the person. I want someone who's geek out obsessed over their business. That's who I want to work with, right?
That's me, man.
Right? And that's the staging, guys. You want to make it like that. So when you onboard a new client, when you're bringing on, and Jennifer, for you're bringing on someone who's not maybe feeling the greatest about herself, you want to tell people in the very beginning, saying, look, I really believe in your vision and what you're doing, right? Make sure that you actually do. Screen these people and say, and here's another thing. Don't take on clients that you can't get success for. That's the worst thing ever. It's not going to make anyone happy. Quit taking on clients because you need the money. Bring on clients because you know you can help them, okay? When you can do that, and you can tell people in the very beginning, like I just brought on Tim Lyons. Not sure if you guys know who he is, but he's one of the best people in the actual gym space. He shows people how to take their like $50, $60 a month gym memberships and start getting $300 a month out of these people, right? Huge. Turns their estimated lifetime value of their clients, huge numbers, is able to have less people in the gyms and make more profit. So he shows people how to do that. And in the beginning, I said, Tim, I want to blow your brand up, dude. Like, you're like the best at doing this. I know for a fact he's the best. He's freaking nerdy. He's great. He owns 2 gyms. He's helped all sorts of other gyms. He's a 2 Comma Club award winner twice. He's killing it. He's doing amazing things.
I work with gyms as well.
Okay. So then you want to work with people like that, right? Like, you want to work with people like that, and you say, look, I want you look great on video, bro. When we're done with you, I want to have a video of your success story, and I want to feature it on my website. Like, that's how confident you have to be that you're going to help somebody. And if you're not, don't take them on as a client. All right. So why do people want to work with you? Because you have proven results, because you can actually help people get there. You have the solution. If you have an actual product, like I have a copywriting course, like if I know that Aubrey, some of you guys know Aubrey, I can't ever pronounce her last name, Ariel, I think. She is a keto specialist. She has a group, a couple thousand people about keto, right? Ketosis and all that stuff, people that actually aren't fat like me. And she's guiding people through this journey. And she wasn't really getting a whole lot of response on her social media. Well, she took my course, $100 course, how to write a Facebook post. Literally, I have a course, guys. It's like an hour-long course on how to write the perfect Facebook post. I call it the Clear Copywriting course. She took the course. She wrote a post, and this isn't like an odd thing. This is like most everybody in the course has come to me with a story, and they get the most result they've ever got on Facebook ever. Tons of comments, tons of likes, people sharing their stuff, right? She did a nice provocative post about how she's tired of people making fun of keto or saying that it's understanding stuff, and then she wrote this really great thing about it. It was great. And she got a really great result from it. And she told me, wow, that was the most quick, applicable thing I've ever invested in my entire life. Like, it was short, it was sweet, it showed me how to do something, I got instant results. Can you go to your clients or potential clients and say, I'm going to be able to get you results. Here's what you're going to see happen, and within this many days or this many months or whatever it is you sell, right? And if not, then you have to go back to that. You have to go back to your product. See, you guys probably see a theme now. It started with Brad, right? Like, he didn't have the clear vision of how can he get a specific result for a client if he doesn't know what client he's going to serve, right? Like, if you work on an SMB, if you're working with a company with, like, let's say 50 to 150 employees, they've got a sales team, maybe they're not getting the results that they want, and you're able to show them how they can get 25% revenue in the first month by using a simple strategy, right? Here you go. Or over 60-day period, we were able to get this number of whatever, right? You can use the results in your own company. You do have an advantage, Brad, because you work in a company and you do sales. And like you said, other people come to you asking for advice. Hey, can you help me close this deal? That's a great story you can use, right? That's why people should work with you, because even your own sales team, people come to you because you're the guy that knows how to close the deal. Yeah. You got to think about how you separate yourself from everyone else. Okay. So why are you the person that can help people resolve their pain? And why are you the solution to their problem? Same exact thing I said. So this is probably the most critical thing that you will learn ever when it comes to copywriting. People don't want to be improved. They want to be transformed. They want to feel like a different person. They want to feel like they have a crazy opportunity. You have to remember that people are just glued to their pain. And I like to think of it like this way. Most people don't even know they have a problem. They're just walking down the sidewalk. Your job is to throw little content bananas at them. Content bananas.
I like that.
They're just walking along. They don't even know they have a problem. And you're just like, hey, I wish I had like you make a post and say, oh man, I just had an awesome client call, and I just got off the client call, and my team already sent them the onboarding information, and they already sent the notes to the meeting minutes, and they already sent them the checkout form to pay and sent them over a contract. I'm going to go hang out with my family the rest of the day while the team finishes up the project. Well, someone in their head, they're going to see that content and say, damn, when I'm done with the client call, I have to do all the follow-up myself. I have to do all this work after the client call. I don't get to go to a movie right after I'm done with a client call. I don't have an assistant to send over a contract and walk somebody through the onboarding process. I have to do all that myself. That sucks, right? You want to make people slip on that damn banana. So yeah, you want to identify the problems, and you want to show them the transformation. What would life be like if every time you had a client call, you walked away and your team did the rest? How would that make you feel? That's the transformation. That's having life back. That's having freedom. We as entrepreneurs, we go into business because we want to have freedom. And I don't know any entrepreneurs that have freedom. They're all stuck. They're all stuck. They might as well go back and have a 40-hour work week working for someone else, because all they've done is they've thrown away the 40-hour work week for someone else to work an 80-hour work week for themselves. That's crazy. So you need to make sure that you're offering a transformation process to somebody, right? Especially Jennifer, transformation should be a word you use. That should be a catchphrase. That should be a catchphrase that you use. Like when you're in sales, you probably wouldn't use the word transformation. I want to transform. You might want to say revolutionize, or you might want to you might want to say multiply or catapult, right? But transformation, that's a great word to use if you're talking about yourself, right? Especially maybe evolve. Like, do you want to evolve into a better state, right? Think about what people are using, the terminology that they use, the types of people, and you want to make sure that you're the one. You're the one that can provide that transformation for people. That's what's really important. Okay. Now we're going to do a little experiment. By the way, my team, I have to tell you, they're really good at the graphic design stuff. I didn't see the slide set yet, so this little graphic makes me laugh right now. My team put this together, guys. I'm not going to even throw it out there. I recorded a 15-minute video about what I wanted to teach, and I did it up here on my whiteboard. And then I don't even really write like what it is, and then my team takes it and then they turn it into a Google slide set, and then I have a graphic designer go in and take all the content and make it look nice. And this is what I do. Right? I mean, there's a reason why they call me the king of outsourcing, because I don't want to do all this stuff. So, like I said, I have my graphic design team. They made a PDF. They made a PDF that I'm going to drop into the group. I think somebody.
No, it's okay. When do you think he'd be back?
Oh, Tori the guy.
Yeah, that's right there.
Some intel right now.
Be back, I think around 4.
Oh, 4 o'clock?
Sounds good,
4 o'clock would be just great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right. So this is the sheet that you're going to be able to download. Just, have this persona like thought about in your head. Like, who is this person that you're trying to reach? Try to make it as specific as possible. I like to give it a name. I didn't put a name on here, but honestly, I like to give them a name. Okay. And then what do they do, right? What do they actually do? How are they measured? Is it revenue, productivity, output, more time, more freedom? What do they actually want to get out of this? What is it that you can give them that would actually help them feel like they have a transformation? Remember, guys, it's not just about results. It's about perceived results. I don't know if there's an easy way to put this to you, but when you get someone results, think about this. Think about the IT guy. I think this is me being an IT guy. I have a lot of compassion for IT. I used to be the IT director for a school district, so I know nobody appreciated me when I was the IT guy for that school, for that whole district. Why? Because I did my job and everything worked fine. If you're a web developer, if you're a funnel person or whatever, like if stuff's going well, people forget about you. They forget that you actually were the one that set that up and things went well. Same with you, Jennifer. Transformation. You help somebody love themselves, they're going to stop. Oh, well, they're going to not need you anymore, right? So you have to think about perceived value. You have to actually reinforce the results that you've got. You need to actually pre-frame people so that they appreciate you for what you do. Remember what I said when I onboard a client and I tell them that I can't wait for them to be a case study for me, that they're going to be a transformational story? That's really important. So work on that. Think about, what is it that you can help someone do every day with a passion? That's what your job is going to be, is helping people relive their passions. And think about the pain, guys. Not the right resources on their team. They have a lack of knowledge. They don't have enough clients. They don't have enough money. They're disorganized. They don't have enough time in the day, right? These are all types of pain. Why? What are your qualifications? What are your expertise? Do you have any stories and case studies to prove why you are who you are, right? Like, I can tell you right now, Cody Neer's one of my clients. Income Store, if you guys know what that is a huge, they have hundreds of Shopify stores online. He came to me and he said, hey, Jeff, I'm having a really hard time fulfilling all these orders. We're getting so many orders every day, and I can't do this anymore. It's killing me. I have an American team. I can't grow them fast enough. Can you help me? Well,
yeah, I know.
Lo and behold, one of the people on my team happens to be Lorraine Sampson, who actually built the team for Shopify. She actually built the Shopify's support team. From 1, she was the very first person, to 200 before she got recruited to become a project coordinator for Google and work on Google Suite. So she's been on my team now for about a year, and we built an entire team for Cody. We have 7 people on his team right now that do nothing but Shopify support. And he raves about me all the time on my posts and stuff. And you got to use those relationships, and that's why it's so important that you get results, because if you're getting results in the relationships you have, then you're able to showcase them, and that's why you have the qualifications for someone else to work with you. Okay. Again, nobody likes to have an improvement offer. They want to have a transformation. They will have an opportunity, and you have to make sure that you have a strong offer. You have to show them how you build an offer in. So I'm going to show you guys some cool examples. Okay. I'm actually going to whip up my Facebook here live from Facebook. Here we go. By the way, any questions before I give some more examples and stuff? Any questions?
Yeah, I've heard of Laura Simpson as well. That's been coding here. That's really cool. You refer to like 7 Shopify experts. So they just work in house for you?
Yeah, they work on they work for me, and then I source them for my clients. So I have 2 companies. I have Branded Media, which is my creative company, and then I have VA Staffer, which is my virtual assistant, like staffing company. So, yeah, like I said, copywriting and marketing is something that I stumbled upon by accident. It's because I realized that I was doing something that was different than what other people were doing. Can you guys still see my screen?
No.
No. Okay, interesting. Just give me 1 second.
So
You guys,
the Shopify experts
you guys see my Facebook now?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. I cut somebody off there.
I was just gonna say the Shopify experts are in the US?
No, they're in the Philippines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no, we build out the outsourced Shopify team. Yeah. So, so something that I want to show you guys here. I guess I've got a lot of notifications since then. Probably still on this post. Yeah.
So just really quickly, do you recommend online jobs PH at all?
So I think they all have different pros and cons. I think online jobs is great because you can get a lot more applicants out there. I think Upwork is great because there's like built-in like project management and monitoring and stuff like that.
Right.
I think online jobs has that now too. I've been using a software called Vervo, Vervoe, which is like an automated hiring type thing where you can put in questions, and you can even do video. You can record video, and like they watch the video, and then they have to record a video back for the interview to answer your questions. So it's like Vervo, yeah. That's the new thing we've been we haven't actually rolled it out yet, but we've been building out our applications for it. We have a position open right now for a new social media manager.
Sweet.
But maybe I'll have to come back, guys, and maybe I'll drop some knowledge on some outsourcing stuff, because I promised Andrew I'd show you guys some tips. But right here is this hater I was telling you about, somebody who told me that, you know, I'm probably the worst marketer ever. People are still typing comments on it as we speak. But I want to show you guys my Facebook and how you can really leverage your Facebook to attract new clients. First off, you want to make sure that you've got your branding in line. You want to make sure that what you're doing really represents who you are. Your little intro, people waste tons of time on this intro right here. Just make sure you put a value statement in there. I'm leveraging virtual teams to build iconic brands. Boom. That's what I do. Simple.
I can't believe you have it in parentheses. That's awesome.
I have what in parentheses?
The king of outsourcing.
If you go to thekingofoutsourcing.com, literally, it goes to me. But check this out. I just want to show you guys what I mean. So here's a post 1 hour ago, right? So right before this call, tons and tons of comments still coming in, you know, just a few since this. Then you've got this post I said about being, you know, I was being called a demotivating negative ranter by one of my team members. Well, I think we can all relate to that. 30 comments. I haven't even looked at these comments yet. Here's that one I was telling you about earlier that I posted last night. 4,000 years later, we're back to the same language, right? Tons of shares, 22 shares, 26 comments. Even down to my brand authority webinar that I gave last night. I said, hey guys, last chance to sign up for it. And there's the value statement right here, guys. Let me zoom in a little bit. I'm a big believer in practicing what you preach, and if you want to show people how to get results, show them the results you've gotten for yourself and your clients, right? So I'm not going to sit here and you know, show you guys how to do something that I don't do. This is what I do. So 20 hours ago, I made this post about, you know, signing up for my webinar. I got 27 more people signed up for this webinar. I had a total of 77 people sign up for this webinar, 22 just from this one post, reminding people that I was going live in 2 hours. And then, of course, I have a lot of people go back, and I make a habit of this, guys. Hey, if this was valuable for you guys, if this was great, I'd love for you to go online, just go on your Facebook or look at my latest post, and just you know, show me some support, put some love on there, let me know how valuable it was, or tell me the one tip that you learned. That's a really good one, because then it's not like sounding desperate. Say, what's the one takeaway from today that you guys learned that you're going to apply in your business? And I want to see that, right? So. And then, of course, you know, make sure that baby pictures always get good engagement, guys. Baby pictures. If you don't have a baby, I recommend one. Unless you like sleeping. If you like sleeping, don't have a baby. And this post right here, you know, all my posts are calculated. You know, in the past 39 days, I've hired 11 people. 8 years ago, I was applying for what I thought was my best and last job ever. It was. And it was. I really did apply to my best and last job ever. That was the last job I had. And even everything that you do, just make sure that all of your posts goes towards that. Even this, I told myself I wasn't going to do any coaching this year. Shamefully ends first coaching call of the year. Right? Like that.
The baby wasn't sure right.
Content resonates with people. And by the way, guys, you know what I want to do? I'm gonna make an offer to you guys too. I'll come back in your Facebook group. I have a copywriting course that's $100. And if you guys are interested in it, you know, I'll set up a coupon for $50 off or something. If you guys want to go through it, for $47 is probably one of the most powerful things you're going to learn about how to actually use Facebook posts to grow your business. If you guys are interested in that, I'll definitely throw that your way. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of how you can use your Facebook. Right here, look at this post. 218 comments, 2 shares, almost 90 engagement likes on that thing. And I'm talking about how to stop wasting relationships on Facebook and how annoying it is when you write something really powerful and strong, and it's like teaching somebody, and then somebody says, love it, nice, awesome, or drops a GIF. Right? Like we've all been there. We're all guilty of it too. Like I've totally done it. Like, oh, that's great. You know, like not worth my time, GIF. So But I think it's back to what I said in the beginning. Remember, guys, when I said that you think about something that's obvious and that's something that we're thinking about, but we're not saying it, like that's got to be part of your content strategy. It's got to be understanding your market, understanding the platforms they live on, understanding the messages that resonate with them, and then being consistent. That's the 4-step system. I call it the 4 M's of marketing. First M being understanding your market. Second, knowing what media channels they live on. Third, what messages work for that. And fourth is maintain. Maintaining meaning always maintain, always be consistent, always be top of mind of people. If you want to grow a huge influence and authority online, you have to be consistent. Like one of my clients, Alex Morton, Alex Morton, he's got 400,000 followers on Instagram. We're doing big things with his Facebook page right now. Right now, I think we've got probably 100,000 or so followers on his page. We're posting 2 pieces of content every day. You're running a lot of ads when you have ads from Facebook asking you to book a call with them. You're running a lot of ads. So right here, you can see some of the stuff that we're working on right now. Okay, he's got 60,000 on Facebook. He's got 400,000 on Instagram. And it's really important that your messages always resonate with the audience that you're trying to work with. That's what's really important. So I think that'll end it out, guys. I'll open it up here for maybe, let's say 5 minutes for some Q&A. If you guys have any questions about doing content marketing, we can definitely come back. And if you guys want to connect with me on Facebook about outsourcing, I'm more than happy to answer those questions. But I want to make sure that our discussion here is very geared towards copywriting. And thank you for adding me to the Facebook group, by the way. I think, Tasha, you said that. Thanks. We good? I guess I covered everything, yeah? Go ahead, Jim.
So you were talking about the difference between improvement and transformation.
Yeah.
What led you to understand that? Like, what led you to start thinking that, the difference between those two?
So you know what? I've actually worked with hundreds of clients over the past couple of years, if not thousands. And the people that are really successful, that's what they do. They offer transformational offers. It's just really important. Like nobody wants to be improved. Like, you know how many New Year's resolutions die every year? Like most of them, 97% or something like that. Entrepreneur Magazine did a survey, found out less than 3% of people that have a New Year's resolution actually match them. You know who actually did? The people that did, those 3%, they literally transformed. They changed their lives, right? And most people don't think of the transformation. They think about the improvement. If you can give people a transformation, if you can show them that you can change their life forever, that's what people really want. They want it to be something that can change their lives. It's just the same reason why coaching is always going to be around. Because if you give somebody a course, if you give somebody a piece of paper or a book, they're going to read it, but everyone has a problem with execution. So if you can show them how you can help them execute their dreams, you're going to go much further. Cool?
Cool, thanks.
Yeah? Jennifer, I see you nodding over there. You get something out of this?
I just really liked what you said about coaching and how it helps with execution.
Yeah.
I'll be on a call with one of my clients and I'll be like, no, I want you to sign up for that class right now, right in front of me as you're talking, or else it just doesn't happen.
Yeah. If any of you guys are, because it sounds like a lot of you guys are coaches, consultants in here. I mean, that's a huge game changer for people, like, wow, I even used to think of it that way too. Like, why would I ever hire a coach? I hired so many coaches in the past 2 years. And here's the thing. I don't know if I'm going to call them coaches, maybe mentors, but I definitely would say they're paid mentors. So maybe you can call them a coach. But I would not pay, the guy who's helping me develop my backhand, my tennis coach. I'm not going to ask him for help on my love life, right? Like we should have different mentors for different things of our life. You need someone to help you with outsourcing? Great. You need someone to help you with sales? Great. You need someone to help you with the love life, how you feel about yourself? Great. You need someone to help you get in shape at the gym? Yeah, these are all different types of things. And it's always weird to me that people think that there's going to have a one-size-fits-all solution. They're going to read a book and transform their life. It's not going to happen. Most people have a whole collection of books they've never read or they've read and they've never done anything with. Your job is to make people take action. And through copywriting and through actually showing them that they can transform, you can invigorate. You can actually get people to take your course more seriously. You can actually have people become great, amazing case studies and sales testimonials if you show them that they can be. If you give them and inspire them and you keep hitting them with amazing content every day that keeps them moving forward towards the goal. You don't even have to be on call with them. You can create a drip campaign of like 14 emails for all 14 days of a challenge that inspire, that have video that's like, hey, this is freaking awesome. This is what you're going to do today. By the end of this week, you're going to have this. Can you believe that? By the end of this week, you're going to have this. Like, you want to make people feel so good and so inspired because, guys, I'll be honest with you. I'm the same way. I've bought everyone I know's course. Every time one of my friends comes out with a course, I bought it, you know. And do I ever watch them? Sometimes I'll go through them. I do it because, you know, I want to make the transformation, but I don't. So you have a great position to position yourself to be that catalyst, right? You can help people light their asses on fire and go.
Oh my God. Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Gonna check my Zoom. Yeah, everyone looks good here. Everyone, any chat, if you guys don't have video or audio or whatever, if you guys want to chat something, you can. But I think that pretty much does it. Jim, did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I am a project manager by trade, so considering this is a small group, I'm going to do what I always do, which is start from the top and go down. I'm going to call out your names, and if there's anything that I can do for you, say it now or forever hold your peace. Chris McCarthy?
Yeah, man. I mean, definitely with outsourcing.
Okay. Jennifer Duckett?
I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Jim, I think I already heard from you. Brad, are you good? He must be good. He just left.
Yeah.
Jim and is it Swap Nil?
Yeah, that's right. Swap Nil, yeah.
Swap Nil, are you good?
Yeah, that was brilliant. Thank you very much for that.
Awesome. Tasha, you good? And feel free to chat if you want to. I just want to make sure. Oh, it was? Okay, cool. I didn't even notice you guys chatted to me. Cool. Well, that's everybody. I guess we're good. Thank you guys very much. I will save this recording and I'll give it to Andrew. That way, if you guys wanted to go back and go through some of the lesson today, feel free. I did give you guys 2 promised deliverables. One, I'll be giving you a downloadable guide so you can fill out the pain points and stuff for your persona. And the second one is I'll make a coupon for you guys if you want to learn how to do some Facebook posts, and we'll go from there. So I hope to see you guys around. Follow me and add me on Facebook. You know what? There's only 7 of you in this thing. I'm gonna delete 7 people from my Facebook friends right now. I'm sure I've got 7 stragglers, so I can add you guys. So add me on Facebook. I'd love to have you guys. Cool. All right. Peace out, guys. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right. See ya.